Where you are right now is not where you're going to be in 20 years' time. It's not where you're going to be in 10 years' time. This is the episode that changes your life because you decide that I'm sick of being in my comfort zone. I'm not going to stay there anymore. And I'm going to make some radical changes, because where I'm going to be in 5 years' time is a place where I'm going to look back and go, damn, I'm so glad that I listened to that episode. I'm Luke, and you're listening to the Luke Mind Power Podcast. What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode on the Luke Mind Power Podcast. It is a blessing to be alive, and I'm so excited to be here with you. I have gone through some massive growth over the last few weeks as well, just because of taking action, getting out of my comfort zone, and going to another country as well. I just came back from Europe as well, visited some family, which is absolutely phenomenal to do. I saw my sister. I haven't seen her for about 3 years. Saw family I haven't seen for like 4 years. I have a lot of lessons I'm going to share with you along the journey. But most importantly, I hope that you're doing well. And remember that if you're not where you want to be, that's exactly why you're going to get to where you're supposed to be, because you're going to be motivated, inspired, empowered by tuning into this episode and knowing that exactly the reason why you're going to achieve your success is that you're going to reflect on this moment right now to realize that when you're not getting what you want, you have to make changes. Okay. And let me tell you that I don't have it all figured out. I'm not perfect, but I'm open to change. I'm open to learning. I'm open to the fact that I'm also someone that is on this journey with you guys. And the more that I have an open mind, the more that I can, forgive myself for mistakes that I've made and know that I'm not perfect and know that you're not perfect. We have to get away from this journey of continuously thinking that perfection exists. And it's okay for you to have high standards, okay? You can have this high standard of I want to be perfect. But the truth is you're always going to fall short. It's good to have high expectations of yourself because, look, if you don't think that you're good enough or you don't think that you can achieve a high level, you never will. And that's why, the way that you think is really crucial. And I talk about this a lot, you become what you think about. And if you don't change your way of thinking, it's going to affect what you can achieve in your life. And so having a really positive mindset when you're dealing with adversity, when you're dealing with challenges, it's one of the secrets to your success. Things are not always going to go your way. And when you try your best to try to make them go your way and you really believe in something, but it doesn't go your way, then you have to take a good look at yourself and go, well, okay, I tried. You got to give yourself credit for trying, because some people wouldn't even take risks and do what you've been trying to do. And this is one of the things that you can fall short on in thinking that there's something wrong with me. And I have experienced this in my life so many freaking times in the past that I definitely fell into that dark tunnel of I'm not good enough, I'm not capable, I felt rejected, things didn't go my way. But little did I know that I was always being redirected onto a better path. Just know that you're in the right place. It's a blessing to be here with you guys. I hope that this episode is going to inspire you and wake you up more to your greatness, even though you've probably been listening to the Luke Mind Power podcast for quite some time and you already are waking up to your greatness. And just while I'm on the note of that, I was actually looking at a review that came through from my team, and I'm going to read it because this person is Candycourt via Apple Podcasts. I'm going to share this because it's too ridiculously not powerful not to share. And I'm so grateful that you guys tune into the podcast. And if you're tuning in on social media platforms, wherever you are, make sure you share this episode with everyone on your social media, where you are on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you share this so more people can be inspired and uplifted to not give up on themselves, no matter what fucking happens, no matter what you're going through. I don't give a shit. You've been hurt? Great. Your pain is your power. You needed to fucking be hurt so you could move in a new direction, okay? Because sometimes shit ain't always going to happen the way that you want it to happen. So don't sit there in your misery and complain about life when shit doesn't go your way, because it's not supposed to fucking go your way all the time. There is a bigger calling on your life. And you were meant to hear this right now before I share this review, because I just needed to wake you up a little bit more that sometimes shit ain't going to go your way. And it fucking hurts. I know that. Because it's happened to me so many freaking times. But you're going to be stronger because of it. And you're going to fucking push through, because I know that you have so much power and greatness within you that you don't even know about yet, because you haven't persevered enough yet. And that's why you got to keep going. Okay? So let me read this review. It says, honest and truthful. I found Luke on TikTok about 6 months ago and immediately followed on all other platforms I was on. His podcasts are real, and even though harsh at times, which is exactly what you guys just experienced, because you could be sitting there and you probably listen to this for the first time. You're like, why is he getting angry? Why is he screaming at me like that? Because I need to scream at you so you wake up. Otherwise, you're going to sit there and think like, oh, it's okay. He's just a nice little boy and he's going to talk to me like I'm a good person. It's like, no, you need to wake the hell up, mate. Okay? And you got shit that you haven't dealt with. You think that life is freaking easy, but bullshit, it's not. It's freaking challenging, and you know that. And you're going to be knocked down. You're going to be punched around. You're going to be pushed around. You're going to be called names. You're going to be fucking bullied. You're going to be smacked around until you wake up and realize that no one's coming to fucking save you. You got to freaking save yourself. You got to show up for yourself. No one's going to freaking do it for you. And if you keep playing small, keep being quiet, the world will fucking eat you. And then you will continue to play the role of a victim. You'll continue to play that person that didn't believe in themselves, didn't show up, and you'll live in regret for the rest of your life and live in fear. And that's what I'm not willing to do. I'm not willing to do it for me. I'm not willing to do it for you. And that's why I keep showing up every single week so that you can keep stepping up. Because there's levels to this shit. There's levels to your greatness. There's levels to your confidence, okay? This can be the first episode that you're listening to on the Luke Mind Power podcast, and it's the first one that you're like, damn, this dude is speaking to me, okay? And guess what? If it's the 50th episode, if you're someone like Ben Brentland, right, one of my clients who, before he joined my group coaching program, he'd listen to the whole podcast, 100, 200 episode. He goes, Luke, I've listened to every fucking episode of your podcast. I'm ready to take action, man. I was like, all right, bro, let's go. That's someone who was like, man, it's time to level up. There's levels to this shit, okay? You got to keep growing one step at a time, one day at a time. Keep showing up. Just because you tune in to this frequency, this energy, what I'm sharing right now doesn't mean that you're going to change your life straight away. It's the part of the process. Trust in the process. How I have had to continue to show up every single freaking day for the last 5.5 years to get to this frequency that I'm on right now. But guess where? It only grows because I keep taking action. You're not going to grow if you don't keep taking action. You're not going to pre-program your mind unless you fuel your mind, unless you fill your mind with positive energy, with information that's going to inspire you and motivate you, keep you moving forward. But not only that, it ain't just the information. It's the freaking energy that you're feeling from what I'm saying right now. You got to tap into what resonates with your soul. Right? The Luke Mind Power spirit is not a spirit that lives in somebody else's body. It's in this body that I have. And so it's up to you to tap in. It's up to you to tap into other people's energy that resonates with your frequency, that resonates with your vibration, that resonates with you. That you go, damn, this is so deep that I feel this and I need to stay closer to this. So what am I going to do? I'm going to keep surrounding myself with this. Just like this person that's writing this review. As soon as she listened to the podcast, as soon as she found me on TikTok, she went and followed me on all social media platforms because she was tapping into the Luke Mind Power spirit. It's up to you to do your research, man. You have to understand that there is a transmutation of energy that is happening within this space right now. And once you understand energy, bro, you're fucking awake. You understand. But it takes a little bit of time for people to understand. And my job is not to convince you. My job is just to share. I'm going to share this knowledge. I'm going to share this information. And it's up to you to be aware that you're open to receive. And when you become open to receive, baby, that's where your healing starts. That's where your peace becomes powerful. That's where everything changes because you're like, damn, this is the energy that I've been needing in my life. I need to get around more of this. And that's why I always say, surround yourself with that which resonates with you. Surround yourself with that which brings you peace. Surround yourself with that which makes sense to you. Because if it ain't make sense, it's going to disturb your peace. If it doesn't make sense, it's going to confuse you. I keep telling you, what is a healthy relationship? It brings clarity, not confusion. It doesn't mean that you sit there and you ponder. Why? It means that you sit there and guess what? You got clarity. You know what the hell's going on. So you either stay or you move on. Pay attention. Clarity versus confusion. I am willing to fucking sit in confusion and to be freaking overthinking, wasting my freaking time on shit that I don't know what the hell's going on. And so many of us are in freaking relationships like this where there's so much confusion and you don't know what the fuck is happening. So you sit there and you ruminate and you second guess yourself and you doubt yourself and you're overthinking all the time. It's like, nah, bro, you get clarity immediately. Open your fucking mouth. Start talking. Start speaking your truth. And that's the one thing that's holding most people back. Don't speak your truth. You hold back too much. And then all you're doing is you're suppressing your feelings, you're suppressing your emotions, you're disrespecting yourself, and you're going against you. And that's why I say, man, don't go against yourself. Be your best fucking friend. Have your own back. Love yourself. That's what this is about. Oh, by the way, before I finish this review, this is a really good review. Like whoever you are, Candycourt via Apple Podcasts, like you actually are making this whole episode. It's extraordinary. I'm like riffing off like just a few of these sentences and like I'm flowing. This is like divine alignment. Extraordinary. Whoever you are, you're amazing. I'm so fucking proud of you. You probably listen to this episode now and you're like, oh my God, he's reading my review, right? And if you guys leave more reviews like this, I guess this is a new freaking way of me doing my podcast. I'm going to read your reviews and freaking riff. But guys, quickly as well, if you go onto my Instagram profile, okay, if you're in Dubai by chance, okay, I have a couple of events that I'm going to be speaking at. One of them is called The Power Within. I'm going to be hosting that on the 22nd of July at Prana House in Dubai. If you want to buy tickets for that, be sure to get in quick because they will sell out fast because there is only a limited amount of tickets available. And if you want tickets, guess where you go? There is a link in my Instagram profile. You click that link and then it comes up with like 5 different links. And the first one is to buy tickets for The Power Within, which I'm going to be speaking at on the 22nd of July. And then if you look at the rest of those links, if you're in Laguna Beach and you want to see me speak live at the Quantum Success Leadership Summit, guess what? There is tickets for that as well. And if you click on it, it will say live event, Quantum Success Leadership Summit, Laguna Beach, tickets. You want to see me live at that event? Click the link there. Guess what? If you can't make it, there's another ticket link there on Instagram, and it says that you can get virtual live stream tickets to that event. So all you do is click on that link and you can get live stream tickets for that event as well, which are valid for up to 30 days. So even if you can't watch it because it's 2 o'clock in the morning, for example, you'll have access for the next 30 days to watch that live stream event as well. It is a 2-day event, the Quantum Success Leadership Summit, which is going to be absolutely extraordinary. I can't wait to freaking smash it and empower the shit out of you to wake up to your greatness even more. Live in person, not on the Luke Mind Power podcast, live in person in Laguna Beach. And then I will be releasing the tickets for the It's My Turn to Speak Mastermind, which is going to be in Atlanta, which is going to be freaking powerful. It's myself, it's George White, the speaker, it's David Power Talk, Mr. Precise. It's going to be fucking extraordinary. It's going to be a powerful, powerful event. The tickets aren't out yet, but I'm just letting you know that just to prepare yourself, brace yourself, because I'm coming, okay? But yeah, all the tickets, you want tickets to my events, go onto my Instagram profile, okay? Anyway, let me continue with this review. So this is what she said. His podcasts are real, and even though harsh at times, they are needed. I am going through a life change where I only have my kids and my 2 best friends who fully believe in me and want to support me in any way possible. Everyone else thinks I'm going crazy. These podcasts give me the strength to keep fighting the fight and going strong every day on my new journey. Crazy thing is, I am happier now than I have ever been as I'm choosing my own path and loving it. Others may disagree, but they don't have to get to be a part of this wonderful journey. Thank you, Luke, for the encouragement. Your TikTok dance videos got me through a lot of hard days the first couple of months. Whoever you are, Candycourt, you're amazing. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day that is so precious, that you could be doing so many other things, but instead, you chose to go onto the Apple Podcast app and actually write that so that I could then read it. And everything happens for a reason. And I hope that I get to meet you one day in person. Maybe you'll come to one of my events. But this is one of the main reasons why I show up and I do what I do, because in order for you to change the world, first you need to change your own world. And because I decided to believe in myself and to not let fear or people who bullied me or the rejection of all these relationships that I was in the past and my own insecurities and my own self-consciousness about my physical appearance, because I chose to not allow that to control me. And I will continue to not allow the fear of what opinions, people's perception of me, the fear of maybe my family or friends of what they think of me to control my life, or what the world is going to think of me to control my life. This is how we change the world. And I'll continue to hold that power until my last day, because of the impact that it can make on somebody else's life. And this is not only the power that I hold, this is the power we all hold. And I want to remind you of that, because it's very easy for you to let your fears and your doubts and your insecurities and what you haven't achieved yet to cloud your vision, to cloud that I'm not capable, that, they're special or whatever, right? And again, everything is about the way you think. And if you keep thinking that way, you'll keep being that way. Up to you, bro. And I'm just going to keep doing this so that eventually, if you keep listening to the Luke Mind Power podcast and this transmission keeps hitting and registering your soul, that maybe one day it'll click for you and you'll listen to this episode or one of my episodes and you'll be like, damn, why didn't I know about this before? And it'll just be a simple case of you weren't ready, bro. You weren't ready. You needed to go through some more shit. You needed to, and that's the unfortunate case for many of us. Some of us just needed to be hurt. Some of us needed to continue to make the same mistake again. Some of us just needed to be in our own way for a little while longer. Some of us are too comfortable. And I really, really believe that there's many of us in our lives right now where we are so in our comfort zone. And that's one of the reasons why we don't move. That's one of the reasons why you're not living your best life. That's one of the reasons why you're not living your dreams, because you're too comfortable. Because what you've been doing thus far is so comfortable that, you're not under enough pressure. And let me tell you, man, that's why pressure builds diamonds. Because the pressure will force you to move your fucking ass and go, damn, I need to show up, bro. I need to show up for myself. If I don't show up for myself, I'm not going to get what I deserve. And this is the harsh reality. It's the harsh truth, Tony Robbins has a saying about burning the boats, right? And he talks about, being in a boat, going towards your dream. You're going to an unknown, deserted island. There's no one else there. And if there's any boats around you, there's going to be a plan B, a plan C, and another option that if it doesn't work out on this island, you can get onto one of those other boats. And it's like, no, burn all the fucking boats. Get on that boat towards your dream and your goal and go there, and don't leave yourself any plan B. And, it's crazy how sometimes this is how life has to evolve for you, because if you don't get out of your own way and you're out of your comfort zone, you're going to keep playing small. You'll dabble in a little bit of your dream and then you'll keep working on your full-time job. And you'll dabble in a little bit of your dream and you'll keep working on your full-time job. And then you'll keep staying there because it's comfortable, because it's familiar, because it's what you've always known yourself to be, because it's what you've always done, because it's easy. But guess what, man? You want to look ahead. Where do you want to be in 10 years' time? Where do you want to be in 20 years' time? It was the best thing I ever did. Was I compared my life to a friend of mine's, and I still call him a friend because he's freaking cool, George Johnson from bloody Service New South Wales in where the fuck did I work? Botany in Sydney. And I literally looked at him, right? And, he came from Chile. He came from South America. He established himself in Australia. He got married. He got a house. He had this job working for the government. And, he'd been there for like 20 years. And he was really proud of what he'd achieved. And so there I came along and I started working there, and, we connected. We were really, we had a really good sense of humor. I was like, I'm tall and he was short. It was kind of funny, but he was really hilarious. And I had such a great time working with him. But I remember this moment where I asked myself this question in 2018, and I basically not compared myself, but I used his life as a reflection to be able to look at it and go, okay, he's in his early 50s, and this is what he was doing. So for me, I'm 33 at the time. And so I said to myself, well, is this where I see myself in my early 50s, do I see myself doing this for the next 20 years? And that was a pivotal, pinnacle moment in my life, because I was like, immediately I said, no freaking way. Like, I want you to sit there where you're working right now, because this is, I'm pushing you out of the norm. And I don't give a shit about your freaking subconscious mind that's been negatively programmed to make you think that you're not capable and you're not good enough and you're never going to achieve it. That's all a load of shit, okay? And I don't care how life has been freaking so hard on you up until now, because now it's about to shift, okay? You made it this far because it was important for you to go through everything that you went through, because everything that you went through is making you into the fucking powerful motherfucker that's going to live your fucking best life. And you've been hurt and pushed around and you've been screwed around so many freaking times that you didn't even understand why you needed to go through all this shit. But all this shit is making you exactly what you need to be able to tackle and deal with everything that's coming up ahead for you. Because if you didn't go through all this shit, you wouldn't be able to deal with what's coming up for you. Okay? So this is why it's so important for you to persevere and for you to realize that everything has been happening on purpose for a reason, to get to this point right now that you are starting to evolve and you're starting to get into your power and you're starting to tune in and everything's starting to align for you, and things are starting to make sense for you, and things are going to get better and better and better. And if you're watching on YouTube, let us know in the comments how things are starting to turn around for you as you tune into this episode. Because I believe that from this moment on, the universe is going to start working in your favor. Things are going to change, right? People that have been bad to you and negative energy is going to be repelled from your power. You're going to start attracting the right people into your life. You're going to start attracting positive opportunities into your life. Things are going to start manifesting for you that you've been trying to manifest for many, many years. Everything is going to start flowing, and it's going to be like a beautiful river, and things are going to be flowing. It's not going to be resistance. You're not going to be going against the water. You're going to be going with it, and everything's going to start making sense. And as you listen to this, you're feeling this flow that's coming from me. This is coming from my spirit, right? This is just flowing, right? There's no resistance here. This is just pure unconditional love, and it's going all the way towards your soul. And that's the way that your life is going to start going from now on. Everything's going to start working in your favor. Claim it. Claim it. You know, one of the things that I do all the time, guys, is I do affirmations. Is I tell you, right, is like, you know, when you're trying to believe in yourself or love yourself or grow or confirm to yourself that you can do this, is by affirming to yourself, is by saying, yes, I can. Is I saying, like Tony Robbins, when he does his speaking events, he's like, for everybody who's feeling powerful today, say I. Right? He does that shit, right? It's like when I'm coaching my clients, I'm like, put your hand up if you're feeling amazing today. And everyone puts their hands up. Right? Put your hands up if you're going to believe in yourself. Keep both hands up if you're going to love yourself more and more and more every single day, and you keep your hands up. Well, what is the point of all this kind of action? What is the point of these affirmations? What is the point of actually speaking it into existence? Because yeah, your mind is paying attention, and every sort of intention and action for you to become a better version of yourself is being programmed into your mind. And so that's very, very important, because in the intention and the act that you are creating every single day is everything that manifests in your life. So it's very, very important to tap into that, to understand that. But that was the very, very big pinnacle moment for me, that I realized that where you are right now is not where you're going to be in 20 years' time, is not where you're going to be in 10 years' time. This is the episode that changes your life, because you decide that I'm sick of being in my comfort zone. I'm not going to stay there anymore, and I'm going to make some radical changes, because where I'm going to be in 5 years' time is a place where I'm going to look back and go, damn, I'm so glad that I listened to that episode. I'm so glad I trusted myself. I'm so glad I believed in myself. I'm so glad I didn't waste any more time, because your time is so precious and you can't buy it back. And I know that there's many of us that are probably listening to this episode going, you know what, if I could change things, I would. You know what, if money helped me to buy back another 5 years of my life or 10 years of my life, I would have done it. You know, there's many of us that have been through so many fucking shit things. And if we could go back and pay for starting fresh 3 years ago or 5 years ago or 7 years ago with the knowledge that we have right now, man, our lives would change. But then that would also defeat the stress, trauma, pain, shame, negative experiences that have hurt us so freaking bad that actually are working in our favor, that are going to become our biggest blessings, because we're going to heal from that. We're going to overcome that, and we are going to be stronger because of that. And that's where we build the resilience, and that's where we become the power, the greatness that we all have in ourselves, because we realize that we are more powerful than we thought. And we realize that nothing can fucking stop us. We realize that we're unpowerful, we are unstoppable, unshakable, unbreakable, right? Because of all the perseverance and showing up of everything that's happened in your past that has built you. And I'm only as strong as my pain. There's a lot of stress and unhappiness and sadness and anger that I've had to put energy towards. Now I'm focusing my energy on my success, my growth, my peace, loving myself more, putting myself first, speaking my truth, believing in myself, learning. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm not perfect. I'm learning, right? I fuck up. I make mistakes too, but I have to acknowledge them, and then I have to take assertive action to redirect myself so that I can make the right changes and become better, because it's very easy to make simple mistakes. And the more that you have that open mind, the more that you learn from your mistakes, the more that you grow. And you become better and better and better. So there are many of you right now that are contemplating a positive change in your life. There are many of you right now that are watching this that are like, I know that I was called for something greater. I know that I have an idea. I know that I have something within me that I haven't discovered yet. I know that I need to take some sort of radical action. If that's you, let us know in the comments below. I'm here to take some radical action. And I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. There's some of us that are actually going through this experience right now because we're evolving. You know, times are changing. We are evolving. We're becoming more self-aware. We're becoming more aware of our emotions, our feelings, and what's right for us. And many of us are working in jobs that we hate. Many of us are working in places that we don't feel like there's a purpose there. Many of us are working in places that are really toxic and negative, and we're becoming so sensitive to our energy that we are destroying our own peace, because we are surrounded by people who are so traumatized in their ego, unconscious, living with unconscious, toxic, destructive, habitual behaviors that are causing us to feel drained and depleted every single day. And it's like hurting our soul, because our soul knows that it's not supposed to be in this environment, but yet we keep going because we want the money, because we need to pay the bills. But you are feeling this change, this energetic shift within yourself, and you're like, no, there has to be something fucking better than this. And I remember when I used to work for my brother-in-law, he opened a cafe after we stopped selling perfumes. Well, I was selling perfumes on eBay. And I failed in a business with that back in 2006 as well. Lost like over $20,000. And I remember we finished working with the perfumes because we were sending the perfumes via airmail. And I remember working in Hong Kong for 7 months, and because of the 9/11 attacks and stuff like that, they stopped allowing us to send perfumes via airmail. So the business kind of went down, and then my brother-in-law opened a cafe. And so, well, what was I supposed to do? Well, okay, I'm just going to follow the family, and I'm going to work in the family business and help them. So I started working in the cafe, and I remember working there, and it took me about a month. And I just recall, and I don't have anything against hospitality. I mean, I've been in customer service all my freaking life. But when I was working in that cafe, the intensity, how busy it was, when there was events, right? There was like the football stadiums there as well. And there was events, and it was so busy, you know, and you were running around like a headless chook. You know, it was like this order, this order, make this, make that, make this, make that. Oh yeah, get me this, get me that. Oh, have you got this order? Yeah, bang, bang, bang. And it was just like fucking doing this, doing that, right? And yeah, maybe it's different if you are the owner of the cafe, and you know, that's part of the hustle, because it wasn't busy like that all the time. But I had so many experiences like that I went through that basically after a month, I said, I'm done, I don't want to work here anymore. I'm not the guy that serves people. I'm the person that gets served. But this is not my environment where I'm going to work. I'm not in my ego. It's just how I felt. I felt that. I remember saying, I'm not the guy that's going to be serving and doing this. This is not who I am. It's not for me. And so what happened? I would rather, this is what I did. I remember this shit, man. I went on government benefits for 6 months because I didn't fucking want to work in that space. And I wasn't having any awareness of energy or who I was surrounded by or anything like that. But for me, it was too much. The chaos, just back then, that was fucking 24 years old. So I was basically from that time on pretty much living like I tried to do. I was living at Danilo's house actually in Glebe in Sydney. And I was on government benefits. I didn't have a job and I just didn't want to work there. And so what I actually started doing is I went to do some extra work. I tried to apply it, doing some extra works in like film and stuff. So I did that. And then what I also did is and this is a secret that you don't know about me, but I have very big hands, right? And because of these big hands, I looked at them and Hans, funny enough, that's my character, Hans. But I looked at these hands and I was like, I've always kind of been very good with how I use my hands, and I had just this intuitive feeling that I'm good at massaging. So I enrolled to learn how to do remedial massage because I felt that, maybe that's my calling. Maybe that's what I'm good at. So I enrolled to this massage place and I bought myself a massage table and I started to go to learn how to do massage. And up until the moment it came for me to, I learned how to do everything. Up until the moment that it came for me to do it on somebody they had people from the public come there so you could massage people because they just came for free so that we could learn. And the moment that happened, I never went back there again. But guess what I learned? If you ask anyone in my family, I am the best freaking massage person in the world. I know how to freaking, I can massage the shit out of your body and you will feel so extraordinarily powerful. And you know what? In saying that, this is something I've never told anybody. I heal. I helped my sister heal her anxiety and panic attacks by a part of it was giving her massages. And the one thing that I believe when I touch my family as well, and what I mean by touching them is by giving them a massage, whether it's on their head or neck or shoulders or back or legs. And I do this, I've done this with my mom, I've done this with my sisters. What I'm doing is I'm actually consciously and intentionally transmuting my unconditional love and my energy through my hands into whoever I touch. And that is just my own power. That's my own belief. And my energy is very healing. And I know this because of the people that I work with, all my private clients, my group coaching, everything that I touch. It's like the song, the Midas touch, everything I touch turns to gold, right? And it's only that because I believe in the energy that I have, and what you surround yourself with is what you become. And so when you surround yourself with a lot of positive energy, unconditional love, and then when I freaking even touch my family or my friends, I give it a massage, forget about it, bro. And I truly believe that. And sometimes I say that, I'm saying right now, I'm pouring all this love into your body. I'm transmuting all this positive energy into your body, and your body is healing right now. Yes, that's part of my own form of belief and how I deliver my energy, and also, to program your mind as well, because mentally, when you believe something and you hear something, your mind will pay attention to that, and it will also do its best to then go into your body and heal itself as well. That's the power of thought. That's the power of your mind. It is more powerful than you think. It's the greatest weapon and secret weapon that you don't even know and cannot appreciate. But if you learn to control your mind and how it thinks, you will heal your body. And that's why it's so important. That's why one of the things for me is to have a positive mindset, is to keep a positive vibration, because your body thrives off it being positive. If your body is under pressure, stress, duress, trauma, pain, holding on to suppressed emotions, fear, it is a very low vibration. And in a low vibration, your body is not able to function. And I know that. That's why for me, having a positive mindset is crucial to me feeling amazing and living my healthiest life, even if I don't eat the best foods, Okay, I'm not perfect, and sometimes I like to have burgers. All right, leave me alone. But guess what? I exercise, I drink water, I walk. Okay, I sleep. I do all the other things that, and this is about having balance. Having a balance in your life, okay? It's not about being completely perfect, okay? Like we heard Dr. Joe Dispenza, where he said, you can be vegan, you can be vegetarian, you can exercise, you can sleep fucking 8 hours a day, you can live the most amazing routine. But if you haven't dealt with your stress, trauma, pain, suppressed emotions, your fears, your insecurities, the things that are holding you back, the low vibration that you're living on, eventually your body will get sick. And when I heard him say that, I was like, bro, I've known this for fucking years. But when you verbalized it and you said it, it resonated because I've known this. I know this. Your body thrives off a positive environment, of feeling peace. It doesn't thrive off you feeling like shit. Your body's not going, oh my gosh, I want to be so healthy because you're fucking traumatized. Like, wake up, man. How many times? Like, guys, share the shit out of this episode to help some more people heal their fucking bodies. Share the shit out of this episode to transform more people's lives, to help people become aware of what the hell's going on in their life, of what the hell's stopping them, why they're fucking sick. Because their body is unhealthy, because of the vibration that they're on, because of the environment that they're surrounded by, because of the shit that they're watching, because of the stress that they're under. Come on. You're feeling me, aren't you? I know. And that's why I'm here, okay? But let me tell you something, man. I had an amazing time in Europe. I spent time with my family. I haven't seen my cousins for a while. It was amazing to see my sister, my niece, my nephew. I hadn't seen them for a while. Some more family members. And, you know, Poland is very green. That's for sure. You know, and Danilo had never been to Poland as well. And we drank and we ate beautiful food and it was just delicious. But it's funny how, you know, I'm still learning about success and I'm still learning, you know, I want to have fun still along the journey. I want to, you know, enjoy. But when you have like I do, I have a team. I have so many people I'm working with. And I have so much responsibility. And when you have so much responsibility, it's just, you just can't fuck off. You can't. And it's challenging, you know. It's overwhelming as well. It's like I'm at my uncle's house and it's beautiful because I can work from wherever I want. But am I in my power? Am I the best version of myself all the time? No. And it's almost like, I have to fight through these experiences because every experience that takes me away from my purpose or away from my power is also teaching me a lesson. And these lessons are lessons that hurt me. And when I feel disconnected from my purpose and my power of who it is that I am and being able to deliver the speaking and the coaching and the podcast episodes that I deliver when I'm in my element and when I'm in my office, when I'm in my studio, it's a different frequency. You know, and yes, it was amazing to visit, right, where my parents are from, and I've spent, you know, many months in Poland over the last, you know, however many years. I've been there many times, and I still being there actually felt good in a sense because played a big role in my life, you know. And when my grandmother died, she's the one that was my catalyst for my transformation back in 2018. So going back there was pretty emotional, and I was like, wow, it feels so good to be back, and I really loved it. But I was very aware of my energy, and I was very aware of my environment. And as much as it was beautiful, you know, yes, I was ready to come back to Dubai. Yes, I was feeling a little bit lower, you know, in terms of my energy. But something happened when I landed in Dubai. Fucking hell. I said this to all my clients when I got on our coaching call. And I was like, freaking hell, man. Like when I landed and my driver picked me up and I walked out of the airport, there was just this sudden shift, man. I was like, wow. I felt energized. I felt excited. I was like, damn, this is my fucking hood. This is my place. This is my home. This is where I'm supposed to be. This is where I'm in my power. This is where I show up. This is where I'm like really on that frequency that I'm supposed to be. And, you know, it is, for everyone is different, okay? For me, I found my place. This is my home, you know, and this is my base. And yeah, I will travel and I will go to different conferences and events around the world, but this is my home. And I was just like feeling this energetic shift immediately, you know. And as soon as I came back and I sat on my freaking desk here and I got into my freaking work and I started showing up again and I started taking action, I was like, wow. It's like a slingshot. I had to be taken back. And this is what I want you to refer to in your own life, that in your life, sometimes you have to go 2 steps back or 3 steps back or 4 steps back or 5 steps back, and shit has to happen in a negative way, or things have to happen that kind of go against your energetic frequency path of where you're supposed to be going, or gets you out of alignment. You may be in alignment and then temporarily all of a sudden you're out of alignment. Or like I say to my clients, a lot of us are on this momentum, we're on this roll, we're on this horse, and we're going, and all of a sudden you fall off the horse. And then the horse keeps going, and you're like, fuck, what happened? What the freaking hell's going on? Why have I lost momentum? Why are things not working out for me? Why am I not in alignment anymore? Why do I feel low? And this is exactly kind of what I had to go through, is like a few steps back, right? Getting out a little bit out of my power, even though I'm enjoying my time with my family and all that kind of stuff. But boom, as soon as I landed in Dubai, the slingshot was like bang. You know, it was like David and Goliath, and David was freaking getting that slingshot and smashed Goliath in the head. I was like, fucking come on, man. So it's a blessing to be back. I'm so excited to be here with you guys. I'm super excited for the events that I've got coming up, which I'm going to be speaking at Prana House in Dubai, which is going to be amazing. As I mentioned earlier, please go to the link in my profile on Instagram if you want to buy tickets to any of the events. The other event is the Laguna Beach event, and then there'll be another event in October as well in Atlanta. But the tickets are available in the link in my profile. If you're in California in September the 28th and 29th, go and get yourself tickets. You can either watch it live, come and join us live. It's a 2-day event, or you can get live stream tickets as well, so you can watch it online as well. Okay. Now, as I mentioned before, I'm so grateful for everybody who does leave a review and goes on Spotify to leave a 5-star review and a rating, as well as on the Apple podcast platform. It means the universe to me. And as you listened earlier on, I was able to read one of the reviews, and it made a pretty powerful episode because I was just riffing off all of it. But it's such a blessing to connect with you, and I thank you so much for your time and your energy and your comments all over my social media platforms. This is not possible without you, and so it means the universe to me. But most importantly, one of my dedications is, and my commitment to this journey is, that I'm going to commit to continuing to grow. I'm going to commit to continuing to learn, to be as better as I can be, to continue to be a better version of myself, to continue to believe in myself, love myself, and show up for myself, so that I can continue to show up for you, because I know how much I've changed my own life, which gives me the power to be able to help you to change your life. And that is just a domino effect, because the more that you change your life, it inspires other people to change their lives, because you show up for yourself, and you don't know and realize how much power and influence you actually have in the people around you. And this is how we really make that massive change in our life, because we take action and we share this information. You share this episode on YouTube, you share the podcast episode on Apple or on Instagram or wherever you're tuning in right now. You share it on Facebook, right? Because somebody's going to watch this and it's going to change their life. That's the power that we have, the power of sharing, right? We didn't have this power 20 years ago, 25 years ago, when social media was non-existent. So it's such an honor and a blessing to be here with you guys. And I hope that you continue to enjoy the Luke My Power podcast. And as I mentioned, share it around to your friends and family, so that they can continue to believe in themselves and love themselves, and realize that they can change, and that nothing needs to stay the same, and that if you're not happy where you're at, then it's very possible for you to tap into this kind of frequency and this kind of self-awareness so that you can believe in yourself and know that it's not the end of the road. Okay, it's just you're at the crossroads and you're at a fork and you're going to turn right, create a new road and leave a trail, because you start to tap into that inner spirit, that inner power that you have always had there, but you've just been surrounding yourself with shit people. And I know so many people have said to me, hey, I've sent me direct messages, and I appreciate you guys, and I've seen the messages. But again, I just haven't been able to tap into the capacity to be able to create these t-shirts yet. And I want to do it properly, and I'm going to do it. Stop allowing bullshit in your life. Straight up. I'm going to make a t-shirt like that. I just haven't had time to do it. Okay. But guys, if you are looking to transform your life and you want to learn more about if and how we could possibly help you, myself and my team, we're here for you. All you need to do is to click the link in the description below that will say, if you want to work with me, click that link. Okay. And then that will give you the opportunity to check in with one of our success coaches so that we can learn a little bit more about you, to see, like I said, if and how we could possibly help you to take your life to where it's meant to be and surround yourself with greatness. Because when you surround yourself with greatness, guess what? You become it. This is Luke Mindpower. I'm signing out, bro. I'll see you soon. Peace out, guys. Thank you for joining me on this journey of self-discovery and growth. If you're ready to grow and reach your full potential and find inner peace, send me a DM that says, I want inner peace, and I'll send you the next steps. You can accomplish anything you set your mind to. When you change your mind, you change your whole life. So don't hesitate and send that DM over to me. Myself and my team can't wait to meet you and witness your transformation in full glory. See you next week.